Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, Mystery Mugs and Melanin. My name is Crystal, and my co-host Celine is on her way. She's running a little bit late, but she'll be on soon. If you hear, say hello while we wait on Celine. I do see one person here. Isn't, and it may just be me. Oh, Celine is here. Let's bring her on. Hey,
Sorry, I'm late.
like by a second because I was already late. All right. I don't know who's here. Oh, hey Shelby. Okay, Shelby's here. We'll give it a minute or two to see if anyone else will come in. How you been today, Celine?
Good, I guess.
Regular day.
Yeah. I'm kind of out of sorts. I was rushing and I don't know. I feel unprepared.
I feel you. Okay, and I know not only Shelby is the only one that's here, but just for anyone who may or may not watch, who may watch the replay, tonight will be our last live until further notice on this channel. Our last Wednesday live. We want to concentrate and really focus on getting some recorded content on this channel so that we can get more followers and boost this channel up and stay focused on our mission. So um the time that we use to go live, we could be using to record, to write scripts, and to be doing research.
Search, yeah.
Because we're so busy, y'all. We both are so busy that we don't really have the time for both.
Not
No, same right here.
currently.
No.
Maybe in the
Eventually maybe. Huh?
maybe in the summer.
Yeah. And I know for me, the summer probably will be a lot more chill. Maybe. Let's hope.
For me, it's like the same.
Yeah, I know, Shelby. Like, I enjoy it, but like, I would rather us boost the channel, build the channel, doing the things that's part of our mission. And then when we come back to doing like weekly lives or maybe monthly lives or bi-weekly lives, we'll have more people here to interact and participate and stuff in the future. Although we will always appreciate our little core group
I mean,
that come
when we
Wednesdays.
can go live, I don't see a problem with going live, but like she said, the time that we're going live, we could be using it for actual content on the channel. So that's what we want to focus on right now. And then we'll kind of, circle back and pick up where we left.
Yeah. Because we talk a lot about recording, and we sit there and we talk, and it's like we're so busy, and it's like, oh my gosh, and we just talk and we're like, man, we need to record, we need to record some content, and we never can find the time. Shelby, did you watch anything, or do you know anything on the National Forest Killer? Were you able to watch anything, Celine? No.
No, I
Oh.
was like, I'm gonna dye my hair. I sat for a good 30 minutes. After I get off of work, I sat for a good 30 minutes and played a game on my phone. And then I was like, let me go dye my hair. And then I couldn't find gloves. And I just got sad about it.
I got gloves at my house, but that doesn't do you any good. I did watch a 1 hour special. What special did you watch, Shelby? So I watched I'm trying to fix my dress so y'all don't see nothing crazy on accident. I watched Court TV, Interview with a Killer, and then I just watched a doc on, what was it called? Filmrise TV on YouTube. Filmrise TV, I think. Would be great to have some more people subscribing. Yes, it would. I mean, that's the goal. If we want to, like, because our mission has always been to bring light to cases of women, POC women, just cases that are like not in the mainstream media as much, so that we can bring light to these cases and maybe, get the word out there. But we can't do that if we only have 100 subscribers. We need to boost our channel and become bigger and bigger so that we can actually fulfill the mission of the channel.
Yeah.
It was on YouTube. Yeah, Filmrise. Okay, you must have watched the same one as me. So I'll just give a rundown on a quick rundown on what I got out of it without Celine and her details. But you are good at researching on the on the fly, so you could probably give me details. But hey Leanna, hello. I haven't watched anything. Came in to say hi and hit the like button. Thank you. Have a good night, Leanna. Get you some rest. There are so many forgotten women, especially women of color. Right, women. It's so many, and the indigenous women is a huge. I mean, people are starting to open their eyes to that, but that doesn't mean that anything is really changing. But okay, so the National Forest Killer, his name is Gary Hilton.
Excuse
And
me. I sneezed. I'm sorry.
Oh, bless you. I will share you out right now as well. Thank you, Leanna. Oh, and Leanna, if you hear that problem that you called me about, mine had that same problem too. I just went with it, but I did see what you were talking about. All right. Yeah, so Gary Hilton, he pretty much prides himself on the fact that he is the oldest serial killer, because he started, according to him, they haven't found any proof otherwise yet, but according to him, he didn't start killing until he was 61 years old in the national forest in Georgia. I believe Georgia. In the mountains. Whatever. Y'all know I'm not good with details, but this is story time, okay? So y'all just stick with me. So basically, he was already, before he even started killing though, he was diagnosed as a sociopath. And he also was diagnosed with that I don't remember the name, but it's where whenever you have like sexual fantasies that are like violent. So he said his first fantasy was was women in a battlefield laid out on tree stumps, and then he would come with a sword, and I guess, in a sexual way with a sword. But anyway, so that was his, like, as a child, his first fantasies. So I don't understand how he would hold in all of that until he's 61 years old, but he says he did. But he's also a narcissistic sociopath, and half of the shit he said didn't make sense, because the interview I watched, he was 78 in the interview. So he got arrested. He had been in jail for 17 years in the interview, and he was just like arrogant. He thought he was just so smart, but he wasn't, as usual. No, Leanna, you wasn't the only one. So basically, he started his killing spree by killing a couple in the woods. I know the woman's name is Irene. I don't remember the man's name, unfortunately, but they were an older couple, and he saw them coming. He stopped them, pretty much just overtook them, beat the woman to death right then and there, but took the man in his van, kidnapped the man, and killed him somewhere else. He was trying to get the woman in the van. She refused to get in the van because she thought she would live if she didn't get in the van, but she didn't either. So that's how he started out. and then he killed two other women. The one woman who pretty much got him caught, her name was Meredith, and she was a young woman, and he had a dog. He loves dogs way more than people, and he had a dog, and she had a dog. So they kind of got to talking and walking together on the trail, because they were hikers on the trail. And at some point he kidnapped her, took her, well, he tried to kidnap her. He pulled a knife out on her, but this girl like was martial, she was into martial arts, so she fought his ass out there. She beat him. She grabbed the knife by the blade, got the knife out of his hand. He pulled out a baton. He started hitting her. She grabbed the baton, and then they started fist fighting. And eventually he was stronger than her to overcome her and take her in the van. He took her in the van and, tied her up in the van. He had her in the van for, I think, 4 days. And she was smart. So he took her debit card and he asked her for her PIN number. She gave him the wrong PIN number. So he would stop to the ATM. The PIN number wasn't right. He would get back in the van. He would drive. He would ask her again. So he did this like 5 times. She gave him the wrong PIN number each time, so that she can have a digital footprint of where they're going, because he had to keep stopping at different ATMs. So for 4 days this went down, and it was working until it wasn't, because the cops just didn't get to her fast enough. It ended up a civilian saw him in the van and called in, but it was just a little too late. They missed it, and he did end up killing her, but she was like the one who got him caught. And then the other lady that he killed, Cheryl was her name, and she was like, I don't know if she was a teacher, but I think, was she a teacher? It was something like that. She was like a real spiritual, real religious person. And apparently, like at the very end, when he was about to kill her, she told him, when you're about to die, ask God for forgiveness. And so the interviewer was like, and that didn't stop you? And he was like, he laughed. Like every time he would talk about these murders, he would be laughing. And that's what's the weird part. He would laugh. And the interviewer was this guy. I don't know the interviewer's name. I need to go see. He was an awesome interviewer, y'all. I got to find out this man's name and go watch some of his other interviews. He went head to head. He did not play with this man. He teased this man to get things out of him. And Gary was so stupid. He didn't realize he was getting played into talking, and he was getting played into, like, he would kind of like nag him to try to get him to say things. And he actually had never admitted to killing Cheryl. And that in that interview, he admitted for the first time for killing her. I can't believe his first was at 61 either. I assume there must be more, sadly. Probably. I think there might be more too. I mean, 61 is he brags about it though. He's like, I'm the oldest serial killer. There has never been one before me. There will never be one after me. And it's like, we hope there will never be another older serial killer, because we don't want any serial killers, but this is not a legacy. Like, you're not leaving a legacy.
They think they are.
Yeah. So basically, that the guy who, after he kidnapped Meredith and it went all on the news and all, the guy who saw him at the gas station called the cops. The cops came and got him, and that's how he got caught. He didn't deny it when he went to when they interrogated him. He didn't deny killing Meredith. So and while I think he was already in jail when they found Irene and her husband, Irene was in one location. Her husband was in a completely different location, because remember, he took the husband in the van and he didn't take Irene. So they found their bodies and then tied it in to him. And the same with Cheryl, but he never admitted to Cheryl until that interview. It's not a positive legacy. No, not at all.
To them it is though. Like a lot of them, especially depending on what their personality is or whatever, you know, like they want to be remembered and, you know,
Yeah.
known for their accomplishments. And it's just like, dude.
Yeah. And the killing part, okay, he was convicted. He's on death row. I don't know. I think he's. Can you check and see if he's still alive? Because I don't know how old the videos I was watching
He's
is.
still alive.
Okay, and so he was on death row. He's on death row, and in the interview, he was actually saying that he's afraid of death. He's afraid of dying, and so the interviewer was like, "So you value your life? You don't think that these people wanted to live too?" And he said, "I do think they wanted to live." And he was like, "I know they wanted to live, and I took that from them." And it's like he was pretending to be remorseful for a short period of time, and then he would start laughing again. So I don't believe that. But he does speak about how Meredith was, because Meredith was his last victim, and she was only 25. And he does speak about how he took upwards of, you know, minimum of like 50 years of her life, because she had just graduated school. She was like a person who had something going for her, and he acknowledges that he took that from her, but I don't think he was remorseful at all. He does. I mean, just the laugh, he laughed at everything. It was so weird. And yeah, a creepo depot serial killer at his finest.
Well, that was interesting. The woman, I may have to. I think I'm still gonna go watch it because it was interesting about the ATM
Yeah.
leaving a trail.
Yeah. So I mean, she was so smart about it, and he
But
was dumb.
why he, like, I'm confused as to why he just was like,
Why?
that pin didn't work. What is it?
Like, most violent people are not gonna play with you for 5 times.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like, but um, he it's like he's smart, but he dumb, because he also speaks about how, he, in his mind, they were having good conversation in all of this. And like, she wasn't scared, we were talking, she wanted to be there, type of thing.
So he's
And it's like,
illegal.
no, she was using her tactics to keep you from harming her by humanizing herself. Like, that was all she was doing. And then he gave her books to read. He was like, oh, she was reading books. And no. And then he says that he had to rape her, or, I guess you can't say that on YouTube, but oh well, I said it. He had to R-word her, because, as a punishment, because she kept giving him the wrong pin number. He was like, she was making his life difficult by doing that, so she deserved it. No, you did nothing to deserve her pin number. Like, what are you talking about? She did not owe you that, you weirdo. And then when they found him and brought him to jail, he looked just dirty, nasty. Because the first thing was, he was homeless. He was a drifter. So he was like kind of just hiking the trails, living in the woods as it was. So, to him being dirty, but but apparently he finds more value in dogs than humans, is what they said, and what he was saying. Like, because Meredith had a dog, and he let the dog go. And in the end, it was like he found more value in the dog's life than in her life. And because he was like, of course I let the dog go. It was definitely creepy. Yes, he was creepy. I might actually watch some more stuff on it. I wish Mitzi was here, because she's the one who suggested this, and she has sent me some stuff in my inbox. But I think I'm gonna watch a few more things on YouTube. because this is one I had never really paid much attention to.
Nucci, stop. Sorry.
Oh Lord, Satan is about to bark, y'all. If I mute my mic, that's why. Because Joseph walked out and Saint's looking out the window. You're not gonna bark, man. You be a good boy? You a good boy? So good. Come tell the live hello. Just, your little moment.
Yes.
Oh, his
Hey,
bow tie
nephew.
backward. His little bow tie.
Hi,
Where's your bow
nephew.
tie? Show me your bow tie. Okay, all right. I'm
Like,
sorry.
all right, Mama G.
Okay, they see the bow tie. Oh, I did the thing to turn them into a human on Chat GPT. I'm gonna say it to you. First, because they had one picture that we had of Saint where we had put his hair in front of his face like this, and we called it emo Saint. So I put that picture into Chat GPT. So they see a little man with a little black, little kind of bang, kind of like emo. So then I put another picture where he looked all GQ in his little sweater, and they made him into a little GQ man in the sweater.
Hi, Nev.
Miss Shelby said, "You looking smart. You looking sharp." He's like, "Yeah, whatever. Eyebrows on." Don't lick my face, you. All right, I don't know. That's all I got to say about it. And you didn't watch it, so you ain't got nothing to say about it. Shelby, do you have something else to say? Hey, Gina. Did Gina call us murder hoes?
Fitting.
Oh God.
Girl, the washing machine is
Gina,
just.
do you know anything about the National Forest Killer? I'm watching Happy Face.
I
Oh.
started it. I started it. I
Wait,
started
is
it.
this a scripted version?
It's scripted and it's fictionalized too. It's based off of true events, but fictionalized. And so I don't know if I'm gonna continue watching it.
That's not my vibe. The National Forest Killer. It was a serial killer who killed in the national forest. Definitely need to watch a few more videos. There are like 4 others he may have killed. Ooh, I need to watch some conspiracy videos on him. I need to watch some conspiracy. What you see, Saint? Oh, he might be about to bark. He getting himself ready. What you decided to eat for dinner?
Nothing yet.
I thought you was gonna eat Popeyes.
Because your BFF taping Sherlock and Daughter right now is coming, and I was like, let me wait. I started watching Watson on Paramount Plus with I'm about to say Shamar Moore, Morris Chestnut, and he plays Watson, John Watson, who was Sherlock. Is what it reminds me of? House. It's like a modern House because he's a doctor and he treats weird cases.
Okay,
In
I
this,
might have to go check it out because House was my. I love House.
I started rewatching House like during while
Wait,
I'm
what are
working.
you watching it on? Because I want to binge House. Prime. Back in the day, before like all of this streaming services, like on weekends they used to always have House marathons, and I just sit in and watch House all day.
I've been watching it, and it's it would never do well in today's with some of the House with some of the things he says. And
oh really?
Yeah, it's
he
like
was offensive.
He was offensive, yeah. And I was like, if this played today, people would be like,
Okay, I gotta go watch it and see what it's about. Cause I love me some House.
I mean, I like it too. There are some, now that I'm watching it as older, I realize that House is a horrible person.
I mean, I don't think he was trying to be a good person back then.
I know he wasn't trying to be a good person, but like I was all he was all kind of like still the hero of the show, you know? And it's kind of like I used to watch Bones. I don't know if you know about Bones, but I used to watch Bones, and watching it as now, I'm like, okay, so Bones was definitely on the spectrum, but they never talked about it on the show.
House probably too.
And I think House was too. And then also her partner was Booth, and watching it before I was all like, oh Booth, oh he's so, but now I'm watching, I'm like, he's slightly racist, he's slightly classist, he hates rich people, he's a little sexist, and like now watching it back, it's like you notice things you didn't notice when you were younger watching shows.
It's gonna ruin it for me if I watch it.
No, it's not gonna ruin it. It's still funny and it's still House.
Okay, because I don't remember none of that from House. I remember a smart doctor who was gonna save my life.
He was.
Oh, Gina, you making meatloaf? I love meatloaf.
Oh, you love Bones? Yeah, I like Bones. I honestly could have done without her and Booth getting together and getting married. The whole thing, I know you didn't watch Bones, but like I liked Bones because she was different. She was unorthodox. She thought differently. And again, I do think she was on the spectrum, and they never talked about it. But she didn't like normal things didn't matter to her. And like watching it back now, it's like she made all the sacrifices in order to be with Booth. She didn't believe in marriage, but Booth was Catholic and wanted to be married. She didn't believe in this, but Booth wanted this. She didn't believe in this. She didn't want to do it, but she like made all these sacrifices for Booth. And I was just like, I like her. But I do feel like it was just watching it back. I'm like,
Well,
House was a bitter twat. Unless I love Bones.
I like Bones because of the science. I didn't care for the weird storyline about that stalker dude. I don't know nothing about Bones. Bones has a big old
I thought the science was good, but I don't like. We talked about it in book club. I don't like romanticships. Like when they're partners for crime mances. I don't like crime mances. If you're working with your partner to solve crime, I don't understand why they always have to make them a couple. You know what I mean? Like they can,
like they're in the middle of solving the crime, in the middle of warfare, and all of a sudden they making out.
Right, and they fall in love and stuff. And it's like people can be, a man and a woman can be partners solving crimes and not be romantically involved. Like,
I mean, because in real life, the man gonna be fat and married, the woman gonna be stern and not about his boo.
I just don't like crime manses. That's why I think Criminal Minds appeals to me so much, because they have like 5 or 6 people, men and women, but none of them get romantically involved because it's about their work. They have romances outside of the office. Yeah, no, Shelby, no reason for the romance storylines. Like Booth and Bones could have continued solving the crimes and clashing because of their differences for all of the seasons. They didn't have to get married and have children and do it. And it was just like,
oh, they were partners and then they end up getting married.
Yes. Like Olivia and Stabler, they're not together, but that tension is there because he was married and Stabler.
They do that on a lot of crime shows, though.
She said Law and Order Sex Intent. Ma'am.
Ain't that SVU?
It's SVU and Stabler's on Criminal Intent.
Oh.
We got way off topic, but yeah.
We did.
But Watson is kind of like House, but with the Sherlock, because he studied with Sherlock. And so he's kind of like a doctor, but uses like detective type of thinking to solve the cases. You know how like on House would just have like an epiphany after talking with someone and it would just kind of fall into place. It's actually a lot. Like I was watching and I was like, this is just like the new House. I feel like it's going to do so well. I hope it do so well, but it's good. I like it.
And I love Morris Chestnut. They're doing a crossover through, so it might be.
They cross over all the time. I watch it and I'll catch up a few episodes at a time, and I'll watch SVU, then Intent, SVU, Intent, SVU, Intent, because they cross over and go in each other's shows all the time.
You drinking, Alani?
Watermelon Wave. Is he from?
Yeah, we did go off topic, but
Time, Princess Purple.
Is he from Time, Princess Purple Rain?
I don't know
Wait,
that
what?
means.
Me neither. Morris Chestnut from every black movie from the 90s.
Was he in Boys in the Hood?
I don't know if he went like that. He was
in one
Hood movie?
Yeah, he was. Let me go see now. I need to know.
Name everything he was in. Best Man.
I'm going to look it up because I got to cheat.
She said, wait, it's Morris Day. I can't.
Gina. In Boys in the Hood, he was Ricky, and I've never seen Boys in the Hood.
He was in Boys in the Hood? What else he was in?
Boys in the Hood, Higher Learning, G.I. Jane, Firehouse, The Best Man, The Brothers, Two Can Play That Game. He was in Like Mike. He was in Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid. I remember that.
I remember watching, but I don't remember him. I don't remember much.
Think Like a Man, Best Man Holiday. He was in Girls.
Like a Man.
And then on TV, he was in Living Single. I remember him in Living Single. He was on
Wasn't
ER.
He in that Jane show?
He was in Bones. What game show?
Not game show. Jane. Something with Gabrielle Union. Wasn't he in that?
Being Mary Jane. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he was in his show Rosewood, which was actually really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was in Being Mary Jane, The Resident, Best Man, The Final Chapter. Oh, he was an All-American too.
He was an All-American?
Yeah.
I watched all of All-American, and why I don't remember him in there? Because we know Taye Diggs in there.
I like Morris Chestnut.
He was my 2000s crush.
Really?
My 2000s way too old for me crush.
My 2000s crush.
I mean, I had a lot of them, but he was like my actor. If anybody said, "Who's your actor, boo?" it would have been Morris Chestnut.
I don't remember who mine was.
That was bad. Now, when it came to music, Ursha, Mystical. I love Mystical, but he turned out to be not so great of a person.
That's kind of how I was a huge R. Kelly fan.
You be like, Ara.
And then the video came out and everything, and it was like,
Ara? Oh yeah. But then we didn't want to believe it. We were like, well, we can't see his face. That ain't him.
I never watched the video though.
Oh, I saw the video because I was in college and everybody in the dorm was watching it. So I was like, I gotta see this. And you couldn't really see him that well, so everybody was like, that ain't him.
I believed it was him. I believed it was him because I was like, it's him.
I wasn't that invested because I wasn't like a super fan. I liked his music, but I wasn't a super fan. I guess we ought to. It's so hard to say
so
goodbye.
we'll not be alive next week. We are stopping. We're on pause until further notice.
Yes, stopping indefinitely. Isn't that what they say?
I guess.
For an indefinite amount of time. And I mean, y'all, if anybody watching this has the opportunity to share our channel, get the word out, that is the main focus. We need to get our channel boosted so that we can fulfill our mission, because we are passionate about it. Like, we are really not just passionate about true crime for the storytelling of it all. We're passionate about the victims and women victims. Is our mission. Oh, I told Taylor about our thing, and she's like, I love true crime.
Who?
Taylor. Where did I go today?
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor.
Say her name right.
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh no, Gina. Sometimes you can't read Gina comments out loud. You gotta read in your head first.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we will. If you don't follow our Instagram, we have an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Facebook, and we'll be more active on all of our social media for any updates and everything. But yeah, so no live next week until further notice.
Shelby says, sorry, distracted, looking up Morris Day music on my iPad. You do you, Shelby. Dance in there. All right. Thank y'all for coming on our last official live until further notice, because we will go live again. But thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for supporting us, for being our core group of people who are here on Wednesday evenings. We will be back shortly, and make sure y'all hit that little bell on our channel so that you can be notified when we post, because since we're little, YouTube will not be pushing us out most likely unless we accidentally go viral. We need to do that.
Accidentally go viral.
Yeah.
Mystery Mugs and Melody, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and obviously on YouTube for all of the updates. I definitely want to go live again, but we just need to make sure that we're focused and putting out the content to keep our audience with us and bring them to the lives. But we just want to make sure we have enough time to actually make the content.
Yeah. And also, our lives are more of a laid back, fun time, talk, get perspective is what we want it to be. But we're moving away from why we started our channel. We're not doing what we set out to do, so we gotta do that. That's like me. All right, y'all, we leaving for real now. Peace out, Girl Scout. Oh, where's my
mine doesn't do it anymore. It does. Wow.
That's amazing. Friend, I would do it for you if I could.
But why are we squinting and smiling so hard? Bye, y'all.
I don't know. Bye, y'all.